Hello and welcome to another X-Ray Tech video. Today we're going to be answering the question, what do I automate in my workflow? So your workflow consists of three parts. You're either getting ready to do work, you're actually doing work, and then you're telling people about the work that you did. So the doing work part is what I really care about. That is something that we call C.A.S.T. It's when you're doing creative, analytical, strategic, or thoughtful work. So let's actually go through those four things just to be abundantly clear about what we're talking about. So if you're doing creative work, maybe you're doing design related work, or you're coming up with a campaign, or you're brainstorming collaboratively with your team. Creative work is something you can't force, right? And if you're in the creative industries, you know that it just kind of comes to you when it's ready to come to you. And that's what I'm talking about when you're doing work. Analytical is when you're looking at data and you're trying to make decisions based off of that data. You're looking at all of the different pieces of the pie and you're trying to piece together a story, a narrative, something that you can imply or infer from the data that you have, and you're being analytical about it. Strategic, right? If you're being strategic, you might be thinking about the long-term vision of your company. You're thinking about the different elements or partnerships that you can make to help make your company more stable for the long term. And last, thoughtful, right? Does this actually interface with another human? Is this sort of the thing that communicates and conveys all of the value that you just generated doing all the work, right? Thoughtful is this intangible thing that you just kind of get a sense when someone's being thoughtful, right? You can't automate that, right? So in the middle step here, when we're talking about doing work, we're talking about C.A.S.T work. C.A.S.T work is the work that actually creates value, right? It creates revenue and sustains you inside of your firm. Automation is here to help create more time for you to be creative, analytical, strategic, and thoughtful. It should amplify the work that you're doing, right? It's not replacing you, it's replacing the crap that you don't want to do, right? So when you think about what you can and should automate, think about it in those terms, right? How can automation create more time for me to be creative, analytical, strategic, and thoughtful? That is the answer to what you automate. So as always, links and resources are in the description down below, and don't forget, keep the flow.